G'day viewers, here we go. Birmingham Cross City finally releasing today. I've been waiting and hanging out to show this to you. So Birmingham Cross City, doesn't look like I've done that many in this one, but this is the public build actually. I have come out of the other one, but anyway. What do we got? All aboard for the Brum. Climb onto one of the most unique modern trains in Britain. Delve into dense commuter operations and explore West Midlands territory, including the famed Licky Incline. Bustling duties await in Train Sim World, Birmingham Cross City. Sounds so dramatic, doesn't it? Oh well, off we go then. Now we're going to play two scenarios for you today. And remind me, we're going to run a chocolate train first, and I haven't actually succeeded in this one, so let's see how we go. Remind me when I get to Bournville to show you what the mastery looks like, because I've spent a few hours getting it done. Well, welcome to the 323. So let's start setting it up. And I should probably do what the scenario wants rather than what I'm doing. Unlock doors, fair enough. Getting my rail driver into position. You'd think I'd set this up before the stream, but no. And what do you reckon? Let's turn on some safety systems. Turn on AWS and vigilance. And we'll reset that. Now we should go outside and have a look, shouldn't we? Of course, it's going to beep now, because I turned on this thing. Let's turn that off again, so it doesn't beep at us. Let's go inside. Ooh, bit empty. Wander through our cars. It's nice inside. There are nice signage. There's a few little adverts here and there which remind you about Dovetail Games, funnily enough. They're taking a leaf out of Rivet's book, I think. Pantograph, for those who are worried. There it is. It's got one. The other cool things. Guards panel. Switch it on and we can close our doors if we want to. We can muck around for another 27 seconds before we have to go. And we can open them again. We can open just our door. Go out and have a look. And come back in. Oops, too far. And release them all. And if we want to, we can buzz our driver. It has a little bit of a beep beep. In the cab you can hear it go buzz buzz. Let's shut that and let's go and jump in the cab. Because we're supposed to go. Hey, let me do. Oh, that's right, I went through the middle one, didn't I? That's okay. Let's turn vigilance back on. Start beeping again at us. Yes. Beep, beep, beep. Let's get some windows open so you can hear the train properly. It is a little quiet in the cab deliberately. Let's turn on GSMR. So you can use this to contact the signaller. If you're running a service, your service number will turn up on the screen. Got the little fans and things you can turn on, but let's start driving. We have a red signal actually, so we should set the DRA. We're not going anywhere, we've got a red signal. Get our doors closed though. Hello Train Sim World, thank you. Welcome to Antcraft, Dan, Dave Randall, I called you Dan, that's silly, and Roy, who have all said hello in the chat so far. Welcome aboard. Our red signal has cleared, let's go. Brakes off and away we go. We're just checking our lights. We have got day and tail lights. Hello, David. Haven't been too sure how many people I'd actually pick up for this stream because it's way outside my normal streaming time. But that's okay. Let's see how we go. We're going to look at extra things. We can turn our cab fan on. You can make it louder. You can acknowledge things with AWS. Little ping there from the green signal. And I'm speeding up a little bit early, but, you know, shoot me. (8:37) in Adelaide, and you're stalking me, Roy. How's the new job, Roy? That's a good camera angle, isn't it? Just land in a tree. Why not? It's a nice clear day, so I don't have to worry too much about going slippy slidey on the brakes. If you get into the snow and the rain, I think you'll probably enjoy the new challenges that this train brings you, because it's got some new variable braking physics, which is kind of cool. Excellent, Roy. People are wondering, Roy and I used to work together at the same organisation, and we went off to a different place. Welcome to Sutton Coldfield. You're getting off here? Thank you for riding today. What do people want me to do? Do you want me to look at stations? Yeah, I was just going to talk to her and she ran off. Maybe I'll turn off vigilance. Beeping's kind of annoying, isn't it? Let's turn off VC. The other beeping's from the other train. So, welcome to Sutton Coldfield. Nicely signposted for the West Midlands Railway. And there's another 323 over there, operated by West Midlands Trains. Follow this lady and hop onto our train. I think that lady just took off then. We should probably go, shouldn't we? The timings for platforms are quite variable. Let's go outside while we drive, and I'll be quiet while it leaves the platform. VC inside the cab is quite a reasonable volume, but they've made it loud outside, so when it's going off and you're flying along on your external camera admiring the train, you can hear it no matter how far away you are, which I find cool. Now, I chose these scenarios because you get to show off some of the additional features of the train that you wouldn't normally see. Ratchet Meta 26 says hello and asks why they've increased the price for this DLC so much. It's just unluckily coinciding, I'm going a little bit quick, let's slow down a bit. It's unluckily coinciding with Steam raising the prices across a whole lot of regions, unfortunately. Including Australia, I might add. Coming into Wild Green. And there, wrong key, just down here on the side of the line, there's a bear in there with a story to tell. Hello CCT Mitch, how are you? Hope you're well. I hope the price changes don't put you off Ratchet Meta, because it is quite a good one. If I can get down between the canopy here. Right, that'll do. I won't take you on a tour of the other features of the train just yet because we'll use them in this scenario. So we're going to go and rescue a failed train. Have I got the right one actually? Are we rescuing a failed train in this one, or are we just coupling up to another train? No, we're just coupling up to another train. Failed train's the other one. Failed train's the second one we'll run. Wait until 10:30. I think I might have been early. Antcraft says he's doing the last two BML scenarios at the moment because there's nothing better than doing some electric commuter running while waiting for another electric commuter route. That's a good thing to do. Now, those of you who are new to my stream probably have no idea, but I run a quiz. And the people who are on top of the leaderboard are asleep. This is your chance. Time to go. Got our usual little script closing the doors. You can drive longer sets. There are longer ones in the scenarios. There are opportunities to couple and uncouple as well. Off we go. So why don't we try a quiz question? How long is this route? Let's see who gets it. 10 points. We make our way to Chester Road. Not quite sure what code you mean there, David Stevens. And Antcraft wants to know if I'm... Yeah, it's a 3 or a 6 car set. They are groups of 3. Hello, Richie Peach. How are you? What? Don't run over the end of the platform. I'm watching chat. Can't blame you guys, though. That's what you get for incompetence. Ooh, actually, you know, I think the front doors are on. I'm happy. And we've got a guess of 60 from Ratchet Meta, 60 kilometres. There we go, it is 60 kilometres. Dave Randall, 37 miles. Dave Randall was first. I'll give you both 10 points. Dave Randall gets 10. And Ratchet Meta, 26, gets 10 points as well. And yes, Antcraft, you are correct. 38 miles from what we worked out the other day. In fact, if you work out that it's double track, it's probably even longer. Oh, wait 20 seconds. What? And Richie Peach, Chester Road. Would you like us to have a look around, Richie Peach? We've got a few seconds. Let's do that. I'm going to fall on the ground, but that's okay. Can I get over this stuff? No, of course not. Do it the other way then. You know, you'd never do this in real life, would you? Can't get over that one either. That's fine. So this is Richie Peach's old home station. So we'll have a quick look around. Chester Road. Hello people. How you doing? Not sure if there's any collectibles on this station. Doesn't really look like it. Let's cross back over. Go look at the station itself. Oops, sorry lady. Didn't mean to leap right up in your face there. There's new ways of them walking, I'm sure of it. Because they avoid you now a little bit. And they avoid each other. They avoid each other more than they avoid you. But they don't push you along quite so much anymore. There we go. There's your station, Richie Peach. Let's get in. Hello, people. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Don't worry at all that your driver's not sitting in the chair. Don't worry about it. Let's get this door shut. Get the other doors shut. And get out of here. As soon as those doors are closed and our door light's gone off we go to Erdington. Where's my rail driver not talking? Oh, you know why? Because I've managed to bump it and turn it off. That's the only bad thing that happens? Great. Ratchet Meta 26 is unfortunately too much in price for Hill region. We'll have to pull plugs on this one for don't know how long. Well, I'm sure there'll be a sale at some point. Usually is. It's one of the things that DTG are pretty well known for, at least on Steam. A little bit more difficult on the other platforms. It's an interesting route in that most of the time you get up to speed and you have to stop. Richie Peach asks, can you go under the railway line? There's a couple of places where you can. Where you can get out to the road, walk along the road and then back up again. But not in most of the route. There's a collectible back there. We better go look at that, hadn't we? Bit of a casual emergency braking, and we're all good. Actually, I didn't quite get into B4 then. I was in B3. Let's go look at our collectible while people are getting in. Just race down there as quick as we can, so we're not too late, because this is a quick loading platform. I saw one of our little planter boxes up here. So this is one of the collectibles. The little tin moo cows. And you put flowers in them. The other collectibles, not one in here, but there's chocolate boxes and the bears. And I'd love to tell you the loos work, but they don't. Alright, in we get. Closed door. Can I look at the block of flats to the left? That was at the last station, wasn't it? Sorry, Richie Peach. The chat's about 28 seconds behind reality. And Ant Crunch says the horn on the 387 he's driving sounds so much weaker than the 323. It's a good horn. That's inside. And slightly louder outside. So you go under the line to change platforms at Chester Road. Very good. Off we go to Gravelly Hill. And Dave Randall says it has a 10% Game Pass discount in Xbox. That's good to know. Antcraft says the 323s were specifically built with short station stops in mind, hence the incredibly generous acceleration and braking. It's quite a nice little unit to drive, I have to say. Richie Peach grew up in the flats next to Chester Road. Sounds like you've escaped since then. It's quite a bit of stuff to look at around the landscape around the trains. But as usual with Train Sim World, it's close to the route. Let's do a proper emergency brake this time. I want to see how long it takes. Are we going to have a door in the platform? That's the question. Hopefully I haven't mucked up this scenario, because that's a red. Oh dear. But that's okay. Well, there's the answer to the question. It takes just over a platform length. And as long as I don't put the front of my train past this signal, I'll get away with this little Nebworth. See what happens when I'm trying to show off the route. Grr. I'll show you one of the things I don't like here at Gravelly Hill, actually. Because while it's excellent, there are a few little things. Let's just get him in. Doors open. So if I pop down here, I'm not a fan of this. Such a nice station, and that little bit of berm or whatever it is there just lets it down a little bit. So apart from that, yeah, it's pretty cool. I don't like you, red signal. David, no, you can't change the destination on these trains. There's no functionality for that. They change by themselves, and they display things. If I pop around here, see it. This one's going to Bournville. And I'll just start it moving. Oops, better go into forwards, might help. Now, did I turn off vigilance? Because that... If I turn off DSD, should get away with this. 4X, and it should tell us where we're going sooner or later. Is that 4X though? Welcome aboard this service too. Better hope there's no red signals in front of me. This could go badly. Bournville, yay! Next stop is Aston, yay! That could have gone really badly, you know that? Let's turn DSD back on. If you stand up when DSD's turned on, your train will stop. There's another bear over there. Yeah, that is a little bit odd, Antcraft. It wouldn't surprise me if it only updates when you go and look at it. You have to acknowledge some speed signs. They've made it down to the 40. Lots of people chatting. Richie Peach says there's a fantastic football team in Aston. I'm guessing by football you mean soccer. There we go. Ladies and gentlemen, we are now arriving at Aston. If you're leaving us here today, please collect your belongings and children and take them off the train, or they will be sold. Children do fetch a high price today. Very funny, Richie Peach. Apparently Aston own a villa. I could see that.
Ticket checks are in operation at this station.
Just looking around for a chocolate box. Hey, now that's funny. They got out of the stairs and walked on the wall. Look at that. She's walking around on the walls. She's really confused now. Oop, oh, there she goes. She went into flight. That's pretty funny. That's okay. Let's come and sit on the platform. You see the funniest things in this game sometimes. A whole minute. Let's go and explore the platform. Let's go exploring. Cow. Got some grass growing over there. It's kind of cool. Got ticket machines. Nothing much down here. Let's jump over the other side and see if we see anything. Hopefully we won't get run over. If you see a chocolate box, sing out, because that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for a chocolate box. Or a bear. Either would be fine. Don't see anything in here. Nothing in there. A little bit down on street level, maybe. How far can we go? Not far. That's as far as we can go that way. We can go this way. Oh, it's time to go, too. Let's take you on a little tour of the station. Why not? There we go. Back in the chair. Lock doors. Speed limit of 30 coming out of here. It locks off. Off we go. Sound that you hear like a slamming door is the ceiling system, apparently. And there's a junction made of a familiar Italian dish. There we go. Indeed. Chocolate. Behave myself a little bit. $70 miles an hour for a short time. As we head for Birmingham New Street. Richie Priest must say that he's impressed with the route. I'm quite enjoying it. Antcraft says, to be specific, it's the cab door motor increasing the pressure on the seal. Slowing it down a little bit. Increasing the pressure on the seal of the door to reduce wind noise. Very cool. I am greatly enjoying it, Train Sim World. Good to have you in here. Mind you, I'm reducing wind noise with the doors and I've got the windows open, so there you go. Coming into Birmingham New Street now. Coming up to the raised section first. We've got a construct a bit like this in Melbourne. We call it Banana Alley, because they have all those little shops and things in the bottom. Already going slow enough for the 30 zone. Let's hang around outside so you can look at Birmingham. Why not? Hopefully one day we'll get some animating diggers. I'd love to see that. Birmingham's pretty cool. And I've never been to the city. It's quite pretty. About to go down the steep tracks into the station. Richie Peach says as a former local, it's fairly spot on. That's good to know. I assume the big area next to the station is a modern redevelopment. I'm going to hop back into the cab so I can behave myself coming down into the station. Yellow on the banner and indeed a yellow ahead. Dave Randall was here yesterday. Excellent. You'll find yourself on and off the brakes as you come down into Birmingham New Street. And then on the power, it starts going uphill again. Richie Peach says if you ever go to Brum, I'll show you around. Excellent. Keep that in mind. I do hope to be able to do it at some point. That would be cool. You're on a constant juggle into New Street. On the brakes, on the power, on the brakes, on the power. And Richie Peach says the development is for high speed too. Excellent. They do a fantastic Christmas market at this time of year. Good to know. In we sneak. Got to be a little bit careful about your speed on this route because it has got TPWS. And there are places where if you're going too fast, let's just say you won't be going too fast for very long. We're meeting up with another train in here. Roll our way in. Ancraft says the construction for Birmingham Curzon Street, the Birmingham terminus for high speed 2. Cool. And Richie Peach says he'll show me Mackey's on the ramp. I'll have to Google that. We should probably stop for this red signal. And then we're going to need permission from the signaller shortly. Because we're going to go and couple up to that train you can see in front of us. Let these people out. We're just going to push me along. When you're coming in to stop at New Street, it's okay to overrun your stopping points a little bit, but if you're stopping before it, you have to be pretty close to it. Press tab to bring up the dispatch menu. I don't think so. I think we'll do this. Standing at a signaller. Proceed as signals indicate. Coupling time. Ratchy Meta 26 says he knows he's in a different country, but wishes he could sit with me with a couple of beers, have long train discussions and ogle some trains if possible. That would be a lot of fun. Right now I'm just going to try and concentrate on not hitting this train too hard. Nearly there, nearly there. Bonk. Brakes on, and couple. Did I bounce off? No, no, it's done it. It's all good. Move the reverser to off. Well, I need to do this first. Okay, and off. And I'm very pleased to say you can leave all your safety systems and stuff switched on. It doesn't seem to care. We should have done the lights so we can get out of here. You can either just click on the door or you can use your little handle if you want to. I suppose we should shut the windows actually, shouldn't we? Probably shut the door too, or somebody might steal the train. Hey, aren't you meant to get off? Oh well. Let's get out of here. Can I shut this window from the outside? No, well it's staying open. So we looks like we have coupled up down there. Looks good. Actually, let me just make sure. Yep, it's okay, it's the one at this end. I just wanted to make sure. You want to explore New Street for a while? Let's get our train ready to go and we can have a bit of a look around. Can you couple in service mode? That's a good question. I don't think there's anything that would really stop you apart from finding another train to do it with. Locked doors. Very good. We have a green signal up there. Let's turn on our AWS. I won't turn on vigilance for a moment because we're just going to fly around the station. Have a look. Quite a cool looking station, really. I haven't found any services where you have to couple up. You never know what you might find. Welcome, it says. So, locals, what do you think? The architect that designed that was either a genius or certified crazy. One or the other. I won't be telling tales out of school too much if I tell you that that station was one of the last things that went into the route, and we're all sitting there waiting going, what's it going to look like? In theory, we now have 6 cars. And away we go. We will see the signal box. I'll do the outside camera when we get past this brick wall and you can have a look at the New Street box. Ricky Peach says the station is spot on. He's very impressed. This is the New Street box here, so we can have a bit of a look. It's quite a whopper. It'd be really cool if we could go in there and have a look around. Train Sim World started to go that way with places you can go into, and I really like that aspect of it. Look forward to more of it. Straight into a tunnel. That might help. Not that one. Headlights. Just got a big chunk of lemon out of my teacup. Oh well. Hope you don't mind me munching in your ears. my speed. I was going a bit quick then. And here we are at Five Ways. Richie Peach is going to get it on his lunch break. Excellent. Clearly not working from home. We just get it now. There's three more videos have gone live. One is a full-length run of the route with my thoughts in various places. There's a tutorial on driving the 323 and recovering from being stopped by safety systems. And there's also one on the mastery and on collectibles. So for the next 10 points, what's something you can do with pantographs on this train that you can't do with any other train in the game? Wait for a few seconds. Dovetail Canal. Richie Peach is working from home, but he's got meetings in the next 2 hours. Can't really leave his desk. I know that feeling. I have meetings all day, but they expect me to get work done too. I'd rather do this. That's it, Richie Peach. 10 points. This is the first train where you can isolate one or more pantographs in the train. If you isolate more than one or two, you'll not go anywhere. Given there's one per set. Power up on our way to university, which apparently is a new station that doesn't even exist. Or it's in the process of existing. I do have this thought of one day doing a narrowboat holiday in the UK. I think it would be a lot of fun. There are places where you can walk close to the canal. Bournville is one of them. There's nowhere, unfortunately, you can walk along the actual towpath. It'd be really cool if the invisible walls disappeared at some point. It'd be a lot of fun, I think. I always end up in a tree when I do that. Coming up to University Station. Hello, David Drives. How are you? From Switzerland. I'm watching at work and we'll get this tonight. Used to live in Birmingham, so quite looking forward to it. Fantastic. It's actually interesting. My most viewed video that's not a short on my channel was this route in TSC. Indeed you can, Antcraft. Let me stop in the station and then we'll have a look at that switch. I've learnt the hard way to not do things when I'm trying to stop. It never goes well. You actually just pinched one of my quiz questions. Does that mean I should don't walk in front of the train? Don't walk in front. Oh, splat. Well, that's never happened before. Anyway, the switch that Antcraft's talking about is this one. You can cut out your traction motors if you want to. Bear in mind, it's harder for you to slow down too if you do that. You can also turn off the regenerative braking if you want to. Let's have a bit of a look around University. Go up the ramp, why not? Across the top. I think I just ran into someone's head and got pushed out of the platform. Hopefully I haven't gone in behind an invisible wall. No, I'm actually outside, it's okay. Well, it's time to go anyway. So we shall. And welcome Ant-Man 65. Got two Ant people today, Antcraft and Ant-Man. How about that? Yes. I haven't actually run over a person in Train Sim World for a long time. Maybe I should give myself 10 points. On our way to Selly Oak. Look around, buildings around here. University over there. University Station. Can't see it anymore, but there's some other important building over the other side. Oop, yellow signal, I better get back in the cab. Behave myself. Ah, it's alright, Antcraft. Got plenty more. Feeling generous. 50 points. Can anyone name all 5 scenarios? You saw them a little while ago. See if you can remember. Now arriving at Selly Oak. At least with this route I can pronounce the stations. Going to be running that new Turkish line soon, and not looking forward to the station names on that one. Acknowledge that yellow signal ahead. Ant-Man 65, yes, this is the public build. This is release. It's unusual for me to stream anything other than the public build. I do get permission occasionally, but generally not. And Antcraft just did a spat at Clapham Junction. Hoo-hoo. Ah, we've all been there before. We've all been there. Generally, Ant-Man, I'm not allowed to show the preview versions. And I definitely can't show beta versions. Off we go, still under the yellow. Ooh. Dave Randall and Richie Beach. Dave Randall gets it, I think. Are they all there? Yeah. It's well done, Dave Randall. 50 points to you. That's a total of 60 for you. That'll help you on the leaderboard. You know, the Americans that are sleeping right now are going to be upset when they get up and see the leaderboard's changed. A bit of a nod to UB40 there, Richie Peach. Now we're coming into Bournville, and before we get to Bournville, I'm actually going to stop the train. Because I'm weird like that. I've just got to try and pick the right place. This scenario actually ends at Bournville, but the main point of it was to show you the coupling up at New Street. I think we're getting close, so I'm just going to start slowing down. Because I don't want to go sailing right past it. to him? There he is. Ancraft wants to know if he gets the points for the one that he stole. Richie Peach says, do you like UB40? Of course I do. Try not to fall in the canal. There we go. He's even got a little name tag, see? He's called Hunslet the Bear. And apparently there's a girl version of Hunslet as well. And a baby version. But they're not on the route, unfortunately. We've only got Hunslet the Bear. But I just had to show you that. All the passengers are wondering, what's our crazy driver doing? We're heading for a red. Yeah, I think someone mentioned that on the Dovetail stream on what was Tuesday morning for you guys, I think. I'm a bit sad at this time of year because with you guys in non-summertime and me in summertime and DTG running the streams earlier, they're on at 4 AM for me, so I probably won't see too many of them myself. I was going to show you the mastery here, but it looks like the mastery doesn't show up in scenario mode, so between the scenarios we will come back to Bournville on foot and I will show you the mastery. Because this is the last stop for this one. The next one we're going to run is Thunderstruck. There's that empty little cow again. Now you're going to notice something special about that cow. You can collect that cow rather a lot. I'm not going to turn the train off yet because it'll leave. Well, it won't leave, but the scenario will finish. Flowers. When we come back here later, we will see the mastery stuff, but they've got the really cool asset with the trains on the chocolate factory and the canal, which is nice. And the little features on the bridge here. Just go up and round to the other side. And just come down this side. When the sun's in the right spot, all this stuff looks pink and you think Matt must be here. Well, we're coming down here for a reason though. It's to show you that. So there's the bears, there's the chocolate, and there's the little planters that you get to find. So we better get back in the cab and finish this scenario off so we can start the next part. Antcraft says hopefully they'll do a class 730, the train that's due to replace the 323s on this line in the future. If they do, they'll name one of the scenarios that. Well, you never know. Yes, I know, but we're going to close our train down properly, Mr. Game. I think from memory it wants me to work up here somewhere. Yep, that's it. Alright, so let's just... Ooh, gold. Excellent. Let's just pop out here and let's come back to this place on foot. Choose a route, Birmingham, timetable on foot. Let's go to, yeah, this way. Bournville. And let's go there. Yeah, 9:55. I should be able to jump into the train that comes in there. Right, now let's... Hopefully... Yes, it's there. Excellent. So, as the mastery, you get some bunting flags, and you get some additional narrow boats. It's a bit hard to see them all. Oops, I just fell off the platform. It's a bit hard to see them all, because you can't get down there, unfortunately. But there's a way to do it, and we're about to do just that. You know what I said about how you can collect this a few times? Well, as many times as you want. Hello there. Sorry, just stealing your train. Don't mind me. You know, the only reason I want this train is so I can do this. I can get into the external camera and come down here and show you the mastery. There's a narrowboat, a few people yakking away. The other end of the boat, there's a couple more people having a yak. She's always perched a little precariously. I keep waiting for her to fall in, but she never does. Then we have our barge, and we have some people who are sitting around at a table having a bit of a conversation. One of them is not quite involved as the others. And we have these two blokes. Now, I think they either need a beer in their hand or they need a coffee cup. And I have to say, fakest mustache ever. But anyway, I thought you'd like to see the mastery. So now let's play Thunderstruck. So back to the main menu. Excuse me. It's just the time of day, Antcraft. It picks up when the sun's in different angles. I've been there a bit for my mucking around. This one, good luck. I'm not going to play that one deliberately. Have fun with it. Good afternoon. Today we'll be running a stopping service to Bromsgrove. The poor weather conditions seem to be getting worse and you have a carriage with no traction power, so take care on your journey. So we have here 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got a full length train. Okay, let's go up the front. Jump in the chair. Burst it forward. Brakes are fine. Yes, I'll set you to day head. Surely you want me to open the doors? Thought so. I'll leave vigilance off just because it gets annoying if I leave it on and I get out for some reason. Maybe some wipers. And just out of interest, because I wondered about it too, why is rain falling on me in the station? It's because we're under there. Got tail lights on. Got day headlights. We've got power. Got everything we need. Close the doors. Big loud honk. Now, I've chosen this scenario because it gets you to demonstrate a few of the other features of the train. In my video about this route, I have to cough up to a mistake too. I actually said that the RHTT is part of it, and it's not. Just crawl their way out of here. Of New Street back into the tunnels, and little gaps where we suddenly get wet. I put my headlights on night. They do actually light the tunnels up a little bit, which is kind of useful. How interactive is GSMR? There's a couple of buttons you can push. You can change your brightness. There's a test button. Test OK. I think it always says test OK though. I don't think it ever fails. can turn it down and turn it up, but it never really says anything, so... Cancel. You can call the signalman. So you can do a little bit. It's getting there. So I think it's a good first step. Hello, Ferromero. How are you? I enjoy it a lot. And I know people will expect me as the ambassador to say I enjoy it a lot, but no, I actually enjoy it a lot. Now, you've got to watch yourself in the rain, because it's very easy to go for a slippy slide. And you can slippy slide an amazingly long way. I think my record from 70 mile an hour is 2.5 miles. So you get pretty gentle. Did I not turn on? Oh, I did. Oh, I know why. That window's not turned on. There we go. Safety systems are no longer isolated. Very good. So expect to not meet your timetable when it's raining, just like reality.
Extra care whilst on the station. Surfaces may be slippery.
So what about another quiz question? Is it time for another quiz question? I think so. What training modules do you get with it? And that'll be worth 20 points. Thunder and lightning, very, very frightening. There's a training module for the 323. Is there another training module that comes with it? Off we go to university. And I'm slipping. I'm still recovering from the flu. Yay! Well done, Dave Randall. 20 points to you. Yeah, the way you're going to knock NJTE off the top. I think that gives you a total of 80 so far. Coming up to university, and I am being a little more cautious than usual. Ferromero says, if he's being honest, he generally doesn't get any of the British content he guesses because he's not from there. You usually get all the US, German and other things he finds interesting, but you might get this. Fair enough. It's always best to buy the stuff that you're interested in, because then it's fun. Because if you're not interested in something, it won't be fun, you just waste your cash. Might have been a little too cautious there for slowing down. There are sections that are marked with low adhesion. Good luck stopping in one of those when it's raining. It's like a giant yellow toboggan after that. Coming to university? I thought we were going to run over another one then. Yep, I'm sliding. Sliding. Let go. There we go. Got it. Okay, 10 points. What year is the route set in? And I will take both answers. Either answer gets to get you 10 points. If you get both, you get 20 points. Have a look at the map while we're waiting. It is a fairly large route. You have both the Bromsgrove and Redditch branches. Redditch is, I have to say, quite a bit of fun. And you have up the other end Litchfield Valley and Litchfield City. I think it's Litchfield Valley. And I'm going to give the points to... You know what? I like the answers I'm seeing here. Dave Randall gets 20. I'll give Antcraft 20 as well, because your answers came in simultaneously. And Richie Peach, you know, just because I like your style, mate, you get 10 as well. Technically 2023, because it's got a station that's not opened yet. Well done, sir. Well played indeed. William Hendon asks, am I impressed with the game so far? I am. I quite enjoy this. I think this is actually going to topple Boston for me as the most driven. Because there's more to do. I do like commuter rail. I do find the big long freight runs have their place, but their place isn't so much my place. I find myself playing them a bit and then I kind of stop playing them and I might come back to it every now and again, but the commuter ones I just come back to and back to and back to. About slowing down for Selly Oak and hope I don't overshoot it in the rain. No, it looks like we're going to be okay. It's really quite a juggle in the rain, and in the snow it's even worse. Dave Randall says, driving an ECS from New Street to Four Oaks, really fun chasing yellows. There are plenty of services that chase yellows on this. That's one of the reasons I like it. And for those who are wondering, yep, wet platforms. I think we're almost up. We've got a few stations before we have to do the fun stuff. Thought I was going to get walked on then. Should probably go with it. There's quite a lot of challenging services. I think people will enjoy those. The scenarios are definitely good fun. The scenarios bring all the stuff that people have been asking for, like failed trains and rescues and things that are a bit weird. And the new variable adhesion makes me very, very happy. Speaking of yellows, here's one here. had AWS and Vigilance go off then. Lucky timing. There's a bear in there. Shouldn't really sing that. Someone will give me a copyright claim. So this is as far as we got last time, so we'll be going a little bit further this time and you'll see some more of the route. I have to say, if you've got the, I think it's Tees Valley, gives you the 37. If you've got that, take the rail tour up the Licky Bank. You can make the 37 make some good noise. And no shortage of smoke. Ah, we haven't been to the factory. Have to go to the factory. Since Daisy went to the trouble of recording sounds, there it is in all its glory, the Cadbury factory. Brings all that yummy chocolatey goodness. Vigilance is going off now. Up we go, still under yellows. Probably don't want to go to P3, I'll slip inside like crazy. Should be safe enough now. What else can we do on a quiz? What's something different you can do with the lights on this train? Lovely and wet outside now. Antcraft's been to Cadbury World twice before. Good times. We have a Cadbury in Melbourne. You can visit it. You haven't been able to for a while because of COVID, but I think it's open again. And they have the most amazing room. So they call it the room of eat as much as you can. And all the stuff that's come off the assembly line that they're not selling is in that room, and you can take whatever you want. You have to eat it there, though. Just being a bit cautious since we're under yellows. Little line change coming up. And on the green. Through the junction onto the furthest track. Hey Richie Peach, why don't you ask some Birmingham-based questions and you can tell me whether people are right or not. Go for your life. Pop it in the text and I'll read it out. That sounds nice, Antcraft. Free sample of melted chocolate. That should be good enough. Let's stop there. I was trying to find out whether anything uses the platform in the middle, but I couldn't find any concrete information one way or the other. I know the game doesn't seem to, but I didn't know if it was used in reality or not. Richie Peach for 10 points. What is the name of the shopping centre in Birmingham? Dave Randall says Bullring. Ancraft says no, nothing uses the centre platform. Good to know, thank you. Dave gets another 10 points. I'm running out of space to write your points, Dave. You're making my life hard. Back on the yellows. Antcraft says the middle platform is out of use in real life. Richie Peach says, what is above the Birmingham New Street Station? For another 10 points. It's interesting you call McDonald's Mackies, Richie Peach. We call them Maccas here. We've called it Maccas so much that a lot of the restaurants have actually changed their name and now actually call themselves Maccas on their signage. They just gave up the trademark and went with the flow. Dave Randall says Grand Central Junction in answer to Richie's question. On the yellows again. Coming into Northfield. Dave gets it again. Northfield's a bit interesting driving up to it. Because you come in on the yellows all the time. And you'll come up to a red, which changes at the last minute. But don't go too fast towards the red, because, you know, you might not make it. I think on freight trains you're supposed to do 10 mile an hour towards that red, and on the passenger trains I think I heard someone say 30. I have to say, when I first saw the brake gauges in this train, I actually bugged it and said, no, it couldn't possibly work like that. And then Daisy told me off, because it does. Yellow again, as we come into Northfield. All these lucky people with their umbrellas. Richie Peach says his questions are going to get harder. Should I give more than 10 points for them now? And he says, what motorway is Spaghetti Junction on? Isn't there a junction in Birmingham that doesn't go anywhere? It hasn't got any exits? For some reason I think that's Birmingham. Dave Randall says the M6. I'm going to be quiet while we leave the station. you listen to these things, especially on the outside, there are just so many little sounds here and there. I just don't know how they squeezed them into the 16 channels. They did an excellent job. They're right on the limit with the sounds too, because there are times when you might miss some normal ambient sound because the loco is making a noise. Or the EMU, I should say, is making a noise. I shouldn't call it a loco, should I? Richie Peach is giving it to Ant-Man, as he gave the junction as well. Fair enough. 10 points for Ant-Man. Got our red coming up. So, for 10 points, who recorded the sound for this route? As we come into Long Bridge and our red signal. Rather a long time, William. Most of the people watch me, so we just saw that signal change there for the line change. Most of the people that know me know I'm in the beta program, so I have them for a while. And this one has survived the test of time. It hasn't mattered how much I've driven it, I've enjoyed it. And we've got Richie Peach with Daisy, who came in first. Well done. Daisy is a really interesting person, by the way. If you ever get the opportunity to interact with her, give it a go. You will need to ensure that all passengers have left the train before proceeding to the failed train. Unlock the doors now and allow the passengers to leave the train. Well, I already unlocked them. Now I'm locking them. Now it wants me to lock them anyway. Now, what's interesting here, as the vigilance goes bananas, hey look, they didn't get off. Well, you guys are in for a treat. We're not going anywhere though. Right, off we go to rescue the failed train. Richie Peach says, if you continued on at Bromsgrove, what would be the next station? Dave Randall answers Worcestershire Parkway. Is that where they make the sauce? And Richie says it's a hard one, so it looks like if Dave's got it right, he gets 30. So what do you think, Richie? Did Dave get it? I could Google, but I've got yellow signals and red signals, and I'll end up running into something. No, not right. Ooh. I'm thinking of Bromsgrove. I kind of think there's a big wall at the end of Bromsgrove. Worcester makes the sauce and he used to live near there. Antcraft guesses Ashchurch for Tewkesbury. Richie Peach says no. This is proving to be a good question, Richie. We haven't heard from Roy yet. He must have some UK knowledge somewhere. He does know how to use Google. Speed up a little bit. Being too cautious. Droitwich Spa for Antcraft. Well, actually, which one did Richie see first? Because I see Antcraft first and then Dave Randall straight away. Which one did Richie see first? Antcraft. There we go. Antcraft for 30. Very good. If you turn off the saloon lights in this train, what else happens? For 10 points. Peach is going to give us one more question. I've still got a question outstanding for 10 points. If you turn off the saloon lighting in the train, that's the lighting in the passenger space, what else happens? And it is realistic, by the way. Slowing down so I can stop short of any obstructions. Is our red coming up? If you approach a red signal too fast on this thing and it's got the speed detection grids, you will be stopped. So you see how there's two grids in front of us, one after the other? Those are speed detection grids. And they're programmed so that if you're going quick, ba-bow, emergency brake time. So far, no one's got the saloon lighting question. Pretty sure Daisy mentioned it on the stream on Tuesday. Or Wednesday for me, but Tuesday for you guys. Alright, Mr. Signalman. Can we go? Hello, driver of 2035. I'm giving you authority to pass SY14 at danger, or as Sierra Yanka 14 at danger. The failed train is stopped up ahead. No detonators. Alright, off we go through the red. Bye, Ant-Man. Thank you for watching. Well, the answer to the question that I was asking is that... oh, what? But I asked. Uh-oh. You know, I've actually played this and it's worked. Oh well, we won't get to see the cool stuff on that one. We'll do something else instead then. What do you think? Actually, let's go by the route. Excuse me. And let's pick one of the unusual ones. To the trains, choose a route, Birmingham. Timetable. Just because I like it. These are at night though. Night doesn't stream well. Not going to do night. Let's see if we can have a 66 maybe. Let's pick the East Coast Way 66. Where's something that's going to be in daylight? There's RHTT trains in daylight. Steel train. This'll do. This'll do fine. And Dave gets it. Dave Randall. 20 points for each correct answer, and so he gets 40 points. You've filled up my paper. 40 points for Dave. You know, I think, Dave Randall, you're going to be on top of the leaderboard now. You're going to topple NJTE. Hey, it's still dark. Oh well, we're going with it anyway. My switches on down there. Yep. At least this thing's got real headlights. And instrument lights. Windows. And I'm sad that I broke the scenario because it worked when I played it before. This one doesn't have GSMR. Wait a moment. Start these brakes charging up. Dave Randall's enjoying driving power cars up the Licky incline. Just leave that there on the minimum braking. While we wait for a moment. Can't quite see the steel train. Ah, 45 seconds to go. Here's a question for you. On the 323, what changes if you've got more passengers? I'm blinding everybody with my big LED headlights here. An AWS switch somewhere. Somewhere. Maybe not. I thought there was one. I did put it forward, didn't I? I did. Alright, there we go. It's just a heavy train. That's right, Dave Randall and Antcraft. Antcraft got in first. So good to have a blinding headlight in the game. Red light coming up soon. That's no moon, that's a space station. How good is it to have proper headlights? So long we waited for proper headlights. to see what's coming that's stopping us from being able to go. Putting on a bit of power in the hope that we'll be able to go. I'm trying to figure out where AWS is, because I know you can turn it on in this train. That one? There we go. Oh, we've got the green. Not that we should really head into a crossover at Notch 8 or anything, but, you know, we're amongst friends here. We'll have to do it at 30. Take this one down to Bromsgrove, and that'll be it for tonight, because it is a work night for me, and it's 10:41 PM now. Hopefully the back of the train's through that crossing by now. Here's an easy one for 10 points. What colour is Bournville? Blinding this poor bloke. You know, I was hoping you'd get those 10 points, Dave Randall, because that topples NJTE off the top. A bit wrong with me to still marvel that we've got real headlights in the game now. always a police car. Lots of points indeed, Dave Randall. I think you've got a total of... a lot. 170. Is that right? Yep. Five miles to Bromsgrove. Creeping over the 60 mile an hour. Hopefully it's not too much for the grids. No, we're okay. Sneaky little 323 waiting in the Redditch branch over there today. Yeah, total points today were 170 for Dave, 10 for Ratchet Nut 26, 30 for Richie Peach, 60 for Antcraft and 1 for Ant-Man. Hope I didn't miss anyone. Like the X junction back there. I haven't seen this yellow yet that's on the HUD, so can't react to it. On the yellow. You do kind of wish you had dynamic brakes in this loco. And yes, I was throttling and braking before at the same time. Silly. Life. Gratuitous sprint shot. You can't figure out the light question, Ant-Man. Ant-Craft, sorry. The answer to the light question, if you turn off the saloon lights, it also turns off the destination display lights and the PIS. Welcome to Bromsgrove. It is neat. It's the first train that does it. It's really cool. I'm so glad they improved the sounds in this thing. Makes me happy. Little bit of an overshoot, but all good. Alrighty, that's it for tonight. I hope you've enjoyed watching a bit of a preview of the route and answering the questions. Well done, everybody on the quiz, particularly Dave Randall. I will pop up a leaderboard before I go to bed. Well, and I'm sorry that Thunderstruck did something evil. It normally does work. I have played it before, and normally you just drive through that thing. So I don't know what happened that time. That's just life. Show goes on. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, folks. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you're not already subscribed, please do. And click the little tinkly thing so you miss out on, or don't miss out on, new stuff. All right? Have fun. See you later, people. Thanks very much for watching. And Roy, we need to catch up and chat about your new job. Alrighty. Bye now. Thanks for watching, folks. I hope you enjoyed it. I always like to get your feedback in the form of likes and comments because they help me understand what you want. Give the channel a subscribe and click on the tinkly things so you don't miss out on any new stuff. And thanks for your ongoing support. And please, be safe out there.